Family, welcome back to the Royal Sussex Squad, the community where we celebrate Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, and shine a light on the truth about their lives, their work, and their love story. Now let me tell you, today's story warms the heart, but it also reminds us why the attacks on Meghan Markle have always been so dishonest, so unfair, and so deeply cruel. Because the Meghan we know, the Meghan described by those who actually love her and have walked through life with her, is the complete opposite of the tabloid caricature painted by the British press. This is about Meghan's longtime friend, McKee Zajfen, who recently took to Instagram to praise Meghan not just as a friend, but as the most nurturing, fun-loving human being she's ever known. And let me tell you, this is no casual friendship. This is a sisterhood that has lasted nearly 20 years. Meghan was at Kelly's wedding 15 years ago. Meghan has been by her side through the darkest, most heartbreaking tragedy any parent could ever endure, the loss of a child. When Kelly and her husband Julian lost their 9-year-old son George in 2022 due to COVID and viral meningitis, Meghan didn't just send kind words. She didn't just show sympathy from afar. Meghan showed up. She stood by her friend, she supported her, she loved her. And Harry too stood with Meghan in that. Together, they donated $5,000 to George's GoFundMe in the names of Archie and Lilibet. And you see, that's the difference. While their critics were busy spewing hatred, while the tabloids were crafting one smear campaign after another, Meghan and Harry were out there living their values, showing compassion, being a light in someone else's darkest storm. And Kelly didn't hesitate to acknowledge that. She said Meghan has been by her side, especially since Georgie died, and she cherishes their friendship very much. Now, that's not just a passing remark. That is a testimony to Meghan's character. People who know her intimately, who have lived life with her for decades, describe her as nurturing, loving, joyful, and loyal. These are the people who know her heart. And it makes you wonder, why is it that the British tabloids, the Royal Rota and Meghan's detractors want you to believe she's cold, calculating or ambitious in a negative way? Because the truth is they can't stand the fact that she is the real deal. She is authentic, she is kind, and she refuses to let their lies define her. Let's pause for a second here. We've seen Meghan attacked for being too American, for being too outspoken, for being too ambitious. They have tried everything under the sun to vilify her. And yet her longtime friends consistently describe her as someone who uplifts others, who supports them in their darkest times, who shows up. So what does that tell you? It tells you that the smear campaign against Meghan was never about who she actually is. It was about protecting a system that was threatened by her strength, her intelligence, and yes, her star power. Kelly also shared a little fun detail that shows Meghan's sense of humour and light-heartedness. She posted a photo wearing a lettuce romaine calm cap, the same playful cap Meghan once wore. That's Meghan in a nutshell, nurturing and compassionate, yes, but also fun and full of life. Not the stiff, cold image that some in the royal institution try to paint, but a vibrant, relatable woman who doesn't take herself too seriously, and it goes deeper. Meghan hasn't just been there for Kelly in private moments. She has stood alongside her publicly, showing solidarity and lending her platform to causes close to Kelly's heart. Meghan walked the green carpet with her at the Children's Hospital Los Angeles Gala last year, supporting the hospital that has cared for Kelly's daughter Lily since she was a toddler. She and Harry attended the George Zajfen tennis tournament, an event honouring George's memory and supporting the Alliance for Children's Rights. And when the event was over, Kelly went to Instagram and said, "Harry and Meghan, you have been such a guiding light for our family, not just in the way you've shown up in friendship, but in the incredible work the Archewell Foundation does every day." Now think about that. She didn't just say Meghan was a good friend. She put Meghan and Harry's work front and centre. Archewell is making a real impact, whether the tabloids want to cover it or not. That's the truth. And notice how people who actually experience that impact, families like Kelly's, organisations like Children's Hospital LA, countless individuals touched by Archewell, are always full of gratitude and admiration. Compare that to the haters in the British press who do nothing but write poisonous commentary. One group tells stories of love, compassion and community. The other is obsessed with bitterness, jealousy, and projection. Which do you believe? And let me take this even further. Kelly wrote a powerful essay in People magazine about grief, about the unbearable pain of losing a child, and she talked about how vital it is to let friends in during those dark times. She said no single human can carry it all, so we must allow others to walk alongside us. And Meghan was one of those people who walked alongside her. That's what true friendship looks like. That's what real humanity looks like. So the next time we hear some bitter commentator or a so-called royal expert try to paint Meghan as a social climber or selfish or manipulative, remember Kelly's words. Remember that those who actually know Meghan speak of her as loving, loyal and a light in their lives. Remember that Meghan's actions, supporting grieving friends, championing children's hospitals, showing up for communities in need, are louder than any tabloid headline. And Harry? Let's not forget Harry in this. He has stood shoulder to shoulder with Meghan in every act of kindness, every outreach of compassion. The $5,000 donation wasn't just from Meghan, it was in the names of their children, a reflection of how they're raising Archie and Lilibet to understand love, empathy and giving. Harry was at that tennis tournament honouring George. Harry walked into those events not for publicity, not for image, but because he's a man who understands loss, who understands pain, and who has made it his mission to help others heal. That's why Meghan and Harry together are such a force for good. Family, this is why we have to keep telling the truth. Because if we leave it to the tabloids, they will erase these stories. They will bury the evidence of Meghan's compassion, Harry's dedication, and the Sussexes' real impact on the world. But here, on the Royal Sussex Squad, we keep the record straight. We remind the world that Meghan Markle is not the caricature created by her enemies. She is the nurturing, fun, loving human being her friend McKee Zajfen described. And Prince Harry is not the lost, bitter man the tabloids portray. He is a loving husband, a dedicated father, and a loyal friend who stands by Meghan and their community. And so, family, let this story remind us of what really matters. Love, compassion, loyalty, friendship, and the courage to show up for others when the world tries to break them down. Meghan and Harry embody that. And that is why they will always have the love and respect of those who actually matter. McKee Zajfen praises Meghan Markle for her friendship, especially after her son's death. The Duchess of Sussex's longtime friend calls her the most nurturing, fun, loving human. Meghan Markle's longtime friend McKee Zajfen opened up about their friendship on social media. The Alliance of Mums co-founder shared her admiration for the Duchess of Sussex during an Instagram quanda. In addition to naming her as one of her favourite Instagram accounts to follow, McKee Zajfen also praised Meghan as a nurturing, fun-loving human. Meghan Markle's longtime friend, McKee Zajfen, is shouting out their friendship on social media. During a quanda with followers on her Instagram stories on September 28, the Alliance of Mums co-founder was asked about her friendship with the Duchess of Sussex. She didn't hesitate to share her admiration for Meghan, naming her as one of her favourite accounts to follow, as well as one of her favourite people. "I've actually known her for almost 20 years, McKee Zajfen wrote. "She even came to my wedding 15 years ago, and she's been the most amazing, nurturing, fun, loving human. She's been by my side, especially since Georgie died, and I cherish our friendship very much." She added. McKee Zajfen and her husband Julian lost their son George in 2022 to COVID and viral meningitis when he was just 9. In the years since, Meghan has supported her friend in numerous ways. She and Prince Harry donated $5,000 to a GoFundMe set up in George's honour in the names of their 2 children, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. In another nod to Meghan, McKee Zajfen shared a photo in which she's wearing a hat that reads, "Let us remain calm." The Duchess of Sussex previously wore the same style cap after it was revealed that a second season of With Love, Meghan, was coming to Netflix. Last October. The Duchess of Sussex made a surprise appearance at the Children's Hospital Los Angeles 2024 gala, walking the green carpet by McKee Zajfen's side in support of CHLA and the extraordinary care they've provided to George's twin sister Lily since she was a toddler. Meghan and Harry also attended the George Zajfen tennis tournament in Los Angeles last fall, an event honouring McKee Zajfen's late son and benefiting the Alliance for Children's Rights. Following the event, McKee Zajfen praised the couple on Instagram, writing, "Harry and Meghan, you have been such a guiding light for our family, not just in the way you have shown up in friendship, but how you have shown up through the incredible work the Archewell Foundation does every day. I'm in awe of your commitment to community and to friendship." She added, "Extra special day too. Happy 40th birthday, H. May this trip around the sun be the best yet." In April 2024, McKee Zajfen penned a personal essay for People, in which she opened up about the devastating aftermath of her son's death. "It is impossible to know how to survive this type of grief," she wrote. "Even more impossible is the ability to find all the right tools that will help you manage each day. I definitely do not have all the answers." Can't get enough of People's Royals coverage? Sign up for our free Royals newsletter to get the latest updates on Kate Middleton, Meghan Markle and more. However, one of the ways she's found to survive it, McKee Zajfen wrote, is to lean on friends. "I have learned that not one single human can carry it all for us, so allowing others in is imperative," she wrote. "Try not to expect people to understand it all, even the people who share a similar loss. Not everyone will understand. That is the lonely part, I'm afraid, so be brave in sharing." Now, before we close out, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here with me today. If you enjoyed this conversation, if you want to keep supporting the truth and uplifting Harry and Meghan, make sure you hit that subscribe button, join the Royal Sussex Squad family, and don't forget to tap that notification bell so you never miss an update. And if you'd like to support the channel even further, you can do so by clicking the Super Thanks button. It really helps keep this platform strong and independent so we can continue telling these stories that matter. Thank you, family. Stay safe, stay blessed, and as always, keep shining the light of truth.